Hi guys, welcome back to my XPS guide. Now I'm gonna talk about the Steel Castle Melfikya. So on this week, we can enhance bow, fist, spear, and mace. And I think those weapons are not the best weapons for this game, but still pretty nice. Let's talk about bow. Okay, so I think the best bow to enhance is Lunera Trust Master Reward, Elf's bow. So like you know that Lunera need to equip this to get huge magic boost. So yeah, it is better to use bow for Lunera instead of Road. And on 7 stars, she need to equip this. So you really need to enhance this, especially if you have 2 Lunera at this moment. The thing is, ask yourself whether you want to make her into a buffer or a magical attacker. If you want to make her into buffer, then it is obvious that the best stats to enhance is spirit or health for more survivability. But if you want to use her as a magical attacker, like you know that his aerial ray can chain with Victor's security system, and later on 7 stars there are more characters who able to chain with aerial ray. For example, Lorraine. For that case, make sure you prioritize magic, because using bow as your main weapon, that means you cannot use a Trust Master like Letter and Arms, Road Mastery, and it is maybe quite hard to rise the magic. So this is your chance to increase the magic stats. And the next important bow is Sunbreaker. Like you know that it is Aang's Trust Master Reward. So of course, if you plan to pull his 7 stars form, you are gonna need to use Sunbreaker as his main weapon. So just enhance it from now. So for Aang it is simple. Simply increase its attack or health. Very good bow, but too bad I think it won't be that useful for other characters than Aang. Next is Reincarnation. So this is free bow for Fina or Lotus Mage Fina. It is obvious. This bow has nice amount of spirit, and it also gives you 40% MP boost, which is required because as a healer you want them to never run out of MP. So you can buff this to increase spirit or your MP pool. Very good bow. I really recommend this for your Lotus Mage Fina or normal Fina, okay, if you still use her. And I think those 3 are the only bow that worked. But let's say if you have Tinkerer bow, this bow is kind of unique because it is the only one-hand bow on this game, so you can enhance that too. There are also other alternatives like Killer Bow Plus and Fierce Bow, but again, I don't think many characters use bow on this game except for Aang. Maybe those bow will be useful for global exclusive character or future characters, but right now I don't think they are important. Now let's move to the next category, Spear. It is obvious. If you have 4 Nalu and Frajrayana, then of course enhance that weapon, and the choice is obvious. Attack, or if you have max the attack boost from your abilities, then simply focus on health stats. The next is Stoss Spear or Zodiac Spear. Those 2 are the 2-handed weapons, so they are useful even for Nalu. Okay, Nalu Vajrayana is Supercharged Master Reward, so I believe not many players have that. But for Stoss Spear, I believe lots of players have this because like you know that on Final Fantasy 15 raid event we can get that Trust Mughal for Stoss Spear. So if you get Arania, it is very easy to get Stoss Spear. Very good for her, and it also boosts your jump damage. The next is of course Dragon's Whisker. This will give you Dragon Killer ability, and the attack is also very nice. So get this ASAP, okay, before this weapon enhancement is over because you want to upgrade that weapon as fast as possible, especially because yeah, we just got 7 stars Liberta on the global. So if you have 7 stars Liberta, you may want to equip Dragon Whisker as her secondary weapon, unless the enemy weak against fire, ice, lightning. Okay, I know that those 3 elements increase her attack, but some enemies may resist against those elements, so at that time you can use Dragon's Whisker as your secondary weapon. And yeah, like I've said, the next category is your elemental spear. So Northern Light is very good, especially if you have Liberta, 7 stars Liberta, because it has ice element, so it will increase her attack by 60%. Make sure you upgrade Northern Light. And yeah, Artisan is for Eileen, so if you have 2 Eileen and can make her into 7 stars on the future, better upgrade that Artisan right now. And yeah, please don't upgrade your Gungnir. Okay, Gumi, it is also my complaint. Why you give us Gungnir on this event? Maybe some of you say this is for newbie. Okay, I know that Gungnir is for newbie, but remember, Gungnir is 3 stars character Trust Master Reward. Why they don't give us Northern Light? I believe Northern Light will help newbie players more than Gungnir. I think it is just, yeah, their cheap way to reward us. We probably have lots of Gungnir, especially if you have participate on the, I don't know, Behemoth Raid, okay, which drop the Kane's Transmugal. So yeah, I have 5 or 6 Gungnir if I remember correctly. I'm really tired of Gungnir. Why they cannot give us Northern Light? That's really my complaint. And next, choose 2 Trustmaster Spear. The first is Crimson Spear. This is for your 7 stars Liberta. You need to equip that weapon, so it is obvious to increase the attack or health status. And the next is River. River is for Grim Lord Sakura. Like, you know that she is a magician and we will get Halloween soon, so her 7 stars should be on the horizon. Okay, so if you have 2 of her, enhance your River starting from now. And of course, for River, you don't upgrade the attack stats, you want to upgrade her magic stats. Pretty good. And if you still have time or orbs, then make sure you upgrade the spear that has, let's say, killer against certain enemies, such as Dragonfiend Spear and Greykos Trident. So let's talk about the next category, Mace. So Mace is, I think this one is one of the worst weapon on this game. No, not many characters have something like mastery by using Mace, and it is kinda confusing. Okay, which this weapon for? Magician, physical attack, or who? And yeah, I think the best Mace to enhance is Fang Breaker. Yes, I think this is probably the best Mace. Like I said that the Mace is kinda rarely used by your attackers. So this Fang Breaker already give you 15%, and there's a rare ability for Mace, 30% health. So if you get that ability, you have 45% health boost, and that's pretty amazing. You still have 2 slots, and if you maybe can get 5 or 10%, you can get 60% health boost. Pretty lot boost for your survivability. And yeah, Ozeta can equip Fang Breaker, but yeah, some other tankers also able to equip this Mace type. Okay, so very good. Make sure you upgrade your Fang Breaker. Next is Thorn Mace. So Thorn Mace Plus, it has nice amount of attack, 117. It is good, but again, because I think no one has something like Mace Mastery, so you won't be able to take advantage from the abilities mastery, so that's kind of a downer. But remember, this Thorn Mace Plus has Man Eater Plus, so it also boosts your magic damage. So if you have dual wield mage, then you can put this as their secondary weapon if they able to equip mace to deal more damage against human type. Next is Mace of Zeus. So this one is for hybrid characters. So if you have hybrid characters, then if you have a hybrid character that can equip this, then it is obvious to upgrade this weapon, magic or attack stats. It is all up to you. After all, it's for hybrid characters, right? The next is Serpent Mace. So this is also only for veteran players. You want to upgrade this because it has nice amount of magic and Aquan Eater for magical attack. So yeah, really good. So it is obvious to enhance its magic stats instead of attack because this is for your mage. The next is fist weapon. So for the fist, I think the most important fist is override. This is also limited. Why override? Because this will give you 100% faster LBV rate. You may say, why don't you why don't you prioritize Aigayan arm? I think for a support character, override is better because with override, you probably can equip your support with Bushido Freedom to damage or dispel the enemy's debuff. That way, you want to have as little attack as possible. So this one is perfect weapon for a support. So search for health or other defensive stats because override is meant for support, not like Aigayan arm. So talking about Aigayan arm, it is also good for faster LBV rate, but it is obvious you want to boost its attack stats because you are gonna use this for an attacker. Very good. Next is Knuckles of Hope. So this one has high spirit, so it is obvious. There are only two characters that need this. First is Lila. Okay, so Lila want to have high spirit, and with this, she gonna get a bonus health if I remember correctly. Very good weapon. And the second character is Reyna. It is obvious, it is her Trustmaster, so it is needed for her, especially if you have two Reyna because they say her 7-star form is gonna available in the future. So for this Knuckles of Hope, focus on spirit and health stats. And finally, I don't think those are the important fists, but if you have elemental Knuckles, elemental fist weapon like Kaiser Knuckles, Claw of the Darkness, it may be worth to enhance those elemental. Because let's say you have Adam Jensen, then you probably want to give him Kaiser Knuckles so he able to do elemental chain with tornado users. So yep, I think those are things you need to know about this time. Okay, Still Castle Melfikya. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye bye guys.